Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good morning in North Carolina. Good evening, Aussie mates and mateys, and welcome to the Australian NASCAR E-Series BMG X Series. Again, we welcome you to round number 10 of season number 2, Gateway International Speedway, where we are. It's called Worldwide Technology Raceway now, but it is the site of tonight's race for 100. And, well, it's going to be fun. We're ready to roll. I hope you are as well. I'm Wesley Outland. We have Aaron Dorman joining me in the booth tonight as we get ready to go for over 112 laps tonight. And, yes, this is the penultimate race of the regular season. Next week, the regular season finale at Bristol. But we're ready to go here. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, and we'll introduce Aaron in a moment. Jared Filzell will be on the pole, along with Brad Newman. That's Filzell and Brad Newman on the front row. Scott Rankin, Brenton Hobson on row number 2. He's already got a couple of wins this year. Tom Freer and Aaron Borg on row number 3. Rayan Campbell and Wayne Burke make up row 4. Jason Martin, Fitzroy Beaumont, Brandon Griffiths, Clayton Davies. I believe they're coming to the green flag, so that is your first 6 rows. I'll give you the rest of them here in a minute as they are looking to come for a start. Pace car is in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway. Green flag. Aaron, good evening. We're ready to watch the action here in Gateway.
Good evening, everybody. Good jump on there from the low line. I believe that would be Brad Newman in the 40 car. No, it was Jared Filsay also for Lodge. As we got a spin in the background there. We're staying green. They're keeping it moving. Ethan Winter just going through 2 of the grass. So Jared Filsell in that Toyota Supra just clearing a couple of car lengths gap right at the start. We're 2 wide, a little bit further back.
Yeah, here they come, working now back to the line. Here we go, opening lap. Give it to the driver of Jared Filzell. The Lobs Falcon Racing entry. He's the man of the Toyota on the pole. He leads the opening lap as there you see the field working now off of turn number 2. That's Scott Rankin. Brenton Hobson, the Synergy number 88. They're trying to get side by side. This is for third now, Aaron, as they work into 3 and 4.
Nearly gets hit up the rear from that AC Delco machine. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with the numbers these days, but I believe that's Aaron Borg. So the 49 there, you see the green and black car. That is Scott Rankin just looking on the outside of Brad Newman. Scott Rankin loves these kind of tracks, but he's getting hounded on the inside by Brenton Hobson now.
Well, let's watch this now down on the inside. Watch the 88. There's the best battle that we've got down to the inside. There is Borg. Right there following him on the bottom is going to be that other machine, Tom Freer in the 41. All this goes on. Hey, give me a Burl. It is racing action thanks to the Burling Motor Group. Thanks again to Nick Burling for making this event happen. Nigel Sedale not here tonight. As we again have Aaron Dorman, Bigglestein Hopton as always on the production. The leaders are on the back straightaway. Had a little scare at the start of things, Dorman, but right now we're back single file with Filsell leading them into turn 3.
There's a little bit of action out in the back there. I just saw him 3 wide, but up the front, single file. Cars are going to be just taking a little bit easy on tyres these first few laps. Size up the competition. Who's in front, who's behind. Scott Rankin's a dear friend of mine. Going to catch up with him at the Bathurst 1000 in not too long. And then looking on the inside of Brenton Hobson was Aaron Borg with Tom Freer in behind in that beautiful purple Chevrolet Camaro.
Obviously, you know, we were at the Worldwide Technology Raceway for the NASCAR Cup Series playoff. And the caution is now, we got trouble. Trent Gosley down to the bottom of the racetrack. We saw one car earlier do that, but this time he runs back onto the top of the racing surface. Ethan Winter crashed, by the way, at the beginning of the race. But now Trent Gosley will put us under the yellow flag here. Caution out. Let's take a look at this. And I think Ethan Winter might have had something to do with this, and he did. Oh, boy, both cars.
Takes another one. Oh, and the hard hit of the wall there. That will be Ethan Winter's night done. You see that engine smoking. Just straight back into the truck for that one.
Remember, there was no fast repairs in this series, so you either go on the damaged vehicle policy clock, which means it takes time, might make you lose laps, try to get your car rebuilt unless it's something really bad. Look at this on board with Winter. Look at this straight shot, and he boomerangs back in. Boomerang's Australian, right? He boomerangs back into the pack. Look at this one more time, mates and babies. One more time there on board with Winter. Gets in to the back of Gosley, and bam, look at the contact off the wall and shoots again. I used the word boomerang, and it could be a done day for the driver, as you said, Aaron, of Ethan Winter. By the way, our replay presented by the Burling Motor Group. Give Nick a burl today. You never know what kind of vehicles he's got. A great selection, top of the line, as Phil Zell will continue to be the man leading the way. Still a long way to go, though, Aaron, in this one.
That's correct. You don't want to be pushing too hard too early. It just looked like Ethan Winter just misjudged how long the nose of his car was just then. And just tagged the rear, and that's just unfortunate for both of them. So the lights are still on the safety car. We're going to have at least one more lap till we go to green as we look at the position changes. Not much at the front. Borg up one position, Freer down one, Wayne Burke up one, Campbell down one, Beaumont up one, Davies up two. So not a great deal of movement in the first 10 places.
Don't forget about the Burling Motor Group, a new, obviously, line of stock model vehicles available to get. Competitive finance packages, straight-ins are also welcome. Give Nick a burl today. Give me a burl. Give me a burl, the Burling Motor Group, Mr. Nick. I don't think Nick is racing tonight. Matter of fact, let's give you a quick rundown of the lineup. I mentioned the front first 6 rows, and there is a great lineup of 34 drivers. So, again, it's Phil Zell and Newman on the front row, Rankin Hobson, row 2. It's Borg and Freer, row 3. Wayne Burke and Ryan Campbell, row 4. Fitzroy, Beaumont, and Clayton Davies, row 5. Jason Martin, followed by Brandon Chooch Griffiths for Project 36, row 6. Row 7, Nicholas Garrick, as well as Ricky Hyde, Dane Diego Snaden, and Daniel Boyd in row number 8. Your row 9 will find Blaine Dinsley, Griffin Gardner. He won last week as well, Griffo, if you will, in the road course. Top 20, Tyler Williams and Matt Danson. There goes, of course, Brady Baldwin, Josh Mickelmore, the defending series champion. Ryan Barber, Kai Ardley, a winner earlier this year in row number 12. Rest of the field finds Dave Douglas, Angus Swinney, Timo Blundell, Brian Blundell. They are related, by the way. Nick Ryan, Brad Wright, Michael Campbell, Trent Gosley, Ethan Winter, and Andy Barber. Already 8 laps down as we come back to green. Back underway. Give me a burl under the restart. And Newman gets around Phil Zell for the lead going into turn 1.
I believe that's Phil Zell still out the front. It's kind of hard when they both got the same livery running so close together. And you got the 88 of Hobson having a look on the inside. Then Scott Rankin looking to make a move on Newman there. Doesn't quite have it that time around.
I mean, these guys have got 2 cars that look exactly the same. I thought Newman got a jump on him on the restart, but it will be Phil Zell to hold on to that spot. Newman, a couple of Toyotas now in 1 and 2. A Ford by Rankin in 3rd. Then it's all the Chevrolets in the top 5, including Brent Hobson, Aaron Borg, and we're working back into turn 2. We're 3 wide in the back.
We're having a look at Aaron Borg in the background, just having a look on the inside of that 88. Oh, gives him a little tag, moves him up wide. Is he going to spin around? He saves it. He's going to drop a bunch of positions, though. Freya's gone by. Wayne Burke's about to go past. They're still 2 or 3 wide, looking a bit further back. Wayne Burke's on the inside line.
Yeah, very.
The 88's not going to want to get too
close. We got one around.
And we got a couple spinning in the background. We're under yellow once again. Oh,
he's up and over. Bicycles into the wall. The number 7 as well caught up in it. It's Fitzroy Beaumont collected with Brady Baldwin and others. And the caution is out. This is the second one here at lap number 10 of the race here. Man. Let's watch the replay. This is going to be the 17 up ahead, a couple of cars, and then nowhere to go for Brady Baldwin. Watch this again right now. There's already trouble. You see the smoke, and then bam, a T-bone shot. Bicycles in the air. The 4 to Fitzroy Beaumont for Team Connie, and the Synergy 7 of Baldwin. Nowhere to go as well, Aaron. He is smoking heavily. I got a feeling he just towed. He's done for the night. Another look at a replay.
He would have had full lock on that car, just trying to avoid him, but that committed through the corner. Oh, maybe a little tag from behind from the 50 car.
Clayton Davies, it looks like, might have got to him, the 50 car, yeah.
Yeah, Clayton Davies gets a little bit tight, just runs up the track and just collects the very rear of Fitzroy Beaumont. Oh, that's a hard hit. Both those cars are going to be done for the night.
Let's go on board with the 17 of Beaumont. This should be interesting. I mean, he definitely wasn't looking forward to the hit from the 7 of Baldwin in his driver door out of nowhere. On board. We wouldn't go in car with the 17. Watch this again. All right, here it goes. I mean, don't even realize. Don't even realize. I mean, he don't even realize he's in trouble. And then, bam!
Oh, nearly rolls it.
Rolls away. Baldwin tows, but the 17 does roll away. We are under the yellow flag here. The 7 of Baldwin's car. 17 of Beaumont stayed on track. Let's look at the 7 again. On board with him. This will be interesting, Aaron. Oh, boy, Aaron. This will be fun.
Just can't see it.
Oh,
He's
no.
hard on the wheel, hard on the brakes there, but just unsided and just... That's a hard hit this early in the race.
Replay presented by the Burling Motor Group. Give Nick a burl today. Give me a burl. Under caution, by the way, the safety car back out on the racetrack as we are under the yellow flag. 12 of 112 laps. This is 100 laps to go. By the way, they are in stage number 1. All of this going on as the race rolls on here.
Just having a look through the YouTube comments, David Lawler. Apparently Aaron loves a purple car. If you look at mine, it's actually pink. I run the pink one for our team. I'm just going through the YouTube comments a little bit further. We've got Burnout saying you've lost a lot of power. We're just going through the different crew chiefs' noises here. Your car's leaking a lot of fluid. There would be a lot of fluid on this racetrack. There would be a lot of sawdust down. But thankfully, in the virtual world, we don't have to deal with that. As the cars now are just rolling down that back straight, 2 by 2, we get ready.
Lawler.
We're going green again.
David Lawler says, hey, buddy, he says, why won't YouTube let me type chooch? Maybe they find it offensive, Ozzy. I don't know. I don't know. Like, come on, man. You got the chooch, baby. So, and, yeah, 2 engines, by the way, gone with, obviously, the accident that happened with Ethan Winter and now Baldwin, possibly Fitzroy Beaumont as we get ready to bring back the action. Green flag in the air.
So we have Fuel Cell on the inside line, just making the jump. Scotty Rankin with the good jump to get on the inside of Brad Newman. He might even get them both here if he gets a good run off the corner. Might keep Phil Sale a little bit tight, but we have a new contender for the lead here that we haven't seen yet so far this race. Oops, Scott's just fallen back a little bit in the clutches of Newman, who will have a bit more momentum on that outside line. We'll see which lane ends up the preferred line around here.
Remember, lap number 30 will be, of course, the completion of stage number 1. Right now, we watch them side by side, and there goes.
Rankin gets turned
around. Hold on,
he's going to keep it on the grass.
That's Scott Rankin on the bottom of the return road, but the caution was already waving for the 49. Wow, he saved it. He saved it, Aaron, but he did trigger a yellow flag as he drove on the return road.
He must have got a little tag in the rear for that to happen. We'll have to have another replay, thanks to the Burling Motor Group.
So apparently, chooch means stupid person or idiot in Italian. Okay, well, that sucks.
Oh, you just see the 41 of Tom Freer just go a little bit deep in the corner. There's nowhere Scott could have gone without hitting Brad Newman.
And you see Newman really loose, mate. I mean, he was really sideways. He could have got collected in this thing, but able to dart away from it. Watch it one more time. It's Newman, the second car. They're up on the outside, and there it is. Wow, they just almost bounced off one another. And he kept going. The 49 Rankin did not. We're at a yellow flag. Wow, third time in the race here.
So it'll be interesting to see what Scott can do from here, whether he'll come back through the field.
I got a feeling they're not going to pit. I got a feeling they're going to wait until the end of the opening stage. I really do, which is about 13 laps from now, I think, stage number 1. So I think they're going to try to stay on the racetrack. So there's a look at the race analysis, and there you see it. Well, actually, lap 28 will be the stage. It's an odd number. I was thinking around lap 30, but it is lap 28 when the caution will come out for the end of the stage, and then they'll have a shootout for 84 laps. 112 laps is the distance. And obviously, right now, we are seeing the teammates in the Toyotas leading the way right there. Those Toyota Supras of Phil Sale and Newman, 1 and 2, leading. I wonder if Nick, if you're watching, buddy, is that car still available? Can you buy that car? Yes, that is the car, Dean, that is being sent to me from Australia to America. But he was letting me know that due to tariffs, I won't get it until about 2027. So I don't. No, I'm just joking. Give Nick a burrow. Yeah, Aaron, would you
don't know if this car's really my style, but it's a beautiful color. And I know Nigel would say that is a cracking car. And I'm sitting in his seat tonight, so let's have a few Nigel Seidel little mannerisms tonight.
We just need a glass of white milk, man. We need some milk, and we think of Nigel, right? I'm going to go to the fridge and grab me some 2% non-fat milk and have a glass of milk for our buddy, the dairy man. I'll be filling in for him in the booth as well as on Thursday night. Don't forget the Australian eNASCAR Series trucks that will be in action on Thursday. And don't forget this Sunday night, the final race in the round of 1 playoffs. It'll be Bristol, baby. That'll be a wild one coming up. Bristol, yes, sir. All coming up here. Yes, that is.
So you won't find me in the booth on Thursday night, but you'll find me on the track.
Yeah, that's the arch. That's St. Louis. That's the Gateway Bridge, as they call it. The arches. Yes, it's the Gateway. It used to be called Gateway International Speedway, and then a sponsor came along. Well, they did race there. What are you talking about? NASCAR raced there last weekend. Yeah, last weekend NASCAR raced it. It's worldwide technology raceway because I had other racing work this weekend. Let's go back to green, mates and mateys. We bring the action with less than 10 to go in stage 1. And Phil Sale with another great launch on the restart heading to turn 1, Aaron.
Then you see Tom Freer up on the inside, making a move. And then I believe Aaron Borg in the 43 AC Delco machine on that outside. Having a bit of a side draft of the 41 there. On the camera with Wayne Borg, just having a look at the battle on front. He gets up on the inside of the 43 of Aaron Borg. Little bit of a side draft, another side draft coming down that straight, trying to put the parachute on. Oh, he just attacks him. He's going to hold it. He's going to hold it. Runs him up wide.
Oh, boy, that could have been disastrous.
He's going to lose a bunch of spots.
Oh, man, look at it gaggle up the traffic behind him, and somehow they hold on. Man, look at those
starting left and right to
highway,
not run up the back of anyone else.
You know, there's the highway down the back straightaway. They're in their own little world, man. Just race cars going by there. Oh, yeah, there's Hungry Jackson's Burger King. It's Borg in the wall. Hold on, buddy. Oh, man, he almost got
just all preempting a little bit of something. They're diving out of the way just in case there's a bit more contact.
Yeah, that's Campbell's car, by the way, the Team Connie entry. And Borg, what a nice save, keeping it off the safer barrier. But, yeah, look at these vehicles going down the road on the back straightaway. Just a regular Sunday afternoon drive, if you will. And these guys are full sending it here. Oh. Yeah, that was last night. Pocono was the tricky triangle. This is 4 turns. And a lot of people mimic or say, you know, Aaron, that this track reminds them a lot of Darlington. So, yes, that is the Mississippi River. I think I said the Gateway River. Leave me alone, David. I just woke up. It's the Mississippi River. The Gateway River. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is the Mississippi
89
River.
Of Burke still having a look on the inside of Freya there.
David Lawler, who went to geography class, right, back in the day for America. So, but yeah, yes, it is. Oh boy, man. Just look at this battle now. The 89 of Wayne Burke, man, battling up on the high side. Now he gets back single file. What a great job he does again. Working on the corner. He's now got Tom Freer right there behind him. Newman under attack now for second. Look at Freer. Look at Bork. Look at Hobson. They're all right there coming off forward there, Aaron.
Newman might be the bottleneck right here. They're all stacking up behind him, and they're going to get impatient. If they can get a point or two, this stage break will award points from first through the 10th. You can just see Newman push up a little bit tight just then. Cars are just starting to get a little bit loose and tapping the wall as well. As we see Gardner enter the top 10 there. They are fighting for stage points with 4 to go in this stage.
Yeah, we're watching all this going on here as they work their way again off of that 4th turn. What did I say? That was the Gateway River, I think, with the arches. That is the arches of St. Louis, and that was the Mississippi River as well. As nonetheless, we do close in on the final laps remaining here in stage number 1. Look at this now on the inside. Freer, Newman, you mentioned it, his stage points on the line. And as we move into the playoffs, with this being the penultimate race of the regular season, look at this now as Jared Philsell
decided to flip the
big move. He's coming down to the pit lane. He's pitting, going for an undercut on everyone else. He might get busted for entering pit road speeding here, Aaron.
That looked very hot in there. He's not in the playoff picture because he won't be a chartered entry. So points don't really matter to him. So he can flip the stage. And then when everyone pits during that stage break, he will then cycle back to the front. So it could be strategic. Might have slightly warmer tyres than everyone else coming into the restart on that second stage.
They come working off of turn 4. By the way, this will now lead to the final lap remaining here in stage number 1. Caution will be thrown, remember, as it is Newman in the lead. Newman with Freer right behind him. Here comes Burke. All these drivers now setting their sight down the back straightaway. Newman now the man that leads. Remember, the Philsell led most of the race in the opening stage. He's not a regular full-time racer, but Brad Newman is. He wants those stage points. He needs those stage points. Here comes the number 40 Toyota coming down to the line. He will win stage 1 here at Gateway Worldwide Technology Raceway. And the caution is out as we have completed 28 laps, and that will be the first stage of the race in the books.
So, first 10 places in that stage, Brad Newman, Tom Freer, Wayne Burke, Brenton Hobson, Aaron Borg, Rayan Campbell, Jason Martin, Clayton Davies, Griffin Gardner, and Brandon Chooch Griffiths rounding out that top 10.
So there you see Brad Newman, again, the stage 1 winner. Now the question that you asked, I think, is about to become a reality, Dean Hopton, and that is everybody coming down to pit lane? The answer is yes, with the exception of maybe the guy that we talked about that already went down to the pits, the guy that dominated the first part of the race, and that is Phil Sale. I believe he is now going to be the guy that will shoot right back up. Jared Phil Sale will either get his lap back or he is going to become the new leader again as you watch everybody, and I do mean probably everybody, showing commitment to come down to the pit lane. There is Phil Sale. You see him going to get his lap back. He's going to get the wave around anyway. He'll get the wave around, and he's going to be called the new leader. What a strategy for the driver here. When it's all said and done, this is exactly what he needed to do. This worked out perfectly for the man there that was really the dominator of the first 27 laps of the race, if you will, Aaron.
I don't think he will end up the leader, actually, because when he gets a wave round, he will be at the back of the lead lap.
Well, here's the thing. So he gets back on the lead lap. He can actually get ahead of everybody, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And you're going to see him climb back up into the scoring pylon. But I believe you're right. I don't know if he's going to I don't know if he's going to per se be the leader, but he will at least be back on the lead lap. We'll see what they're going to do here as we see Newman and Freer and others exiting. And we'll see where he'll end up when it's all said and done. Nonetheless, he might not be the leader, but it was damn good strategy for Phil Sale to do this and to go for this opportunity. So it looks like he's going to be in the back, but he still will be on the lead lap when this one goes on. Let's take a look at the point standings coming into tonight's event here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. And remember, if you've got a checkered flag, you are in the playoffs. 5 drivers have done that. Britton Hobson with 2, Tom Freer, Ethan Winter, Tyler Williams, Blaine Dinsley, all drivers that are obviously in by wins. Everyone else, though, Aaron, are on the cut line of the top 12. Snaden, Boyd, Ryan Barber, some of the names that are on the outside looking in because only 12 advance after Bristol next week.
That is correct. So somewhere around the Borg, the Ricky Hydes, they're the one that are going to be a danger in these next couple of races. A couple of bad races can just drop you down to that 13th, 14th spot. That will be quite interesting to see how they navigate that.
So
see Ryan Barber.
Phil Sale is going to be at the rear. He will be the first car at the tail on the lead lap. So I don't know if I would have done that. I think that might have been a stupid move, honestly. What did you gain by doing that, honestly, Aaron, at the end of the day?
I reckon he was playing the team game. Give all the points to Newman. He's just here to have some fun. So he might just charge through the field. He was the fastest car in that opening stage. He might prefer to race the cars.
Safety car is in. We're now for the final stage. It'll be 80 laps to go. Give me a barrel. We're back underway here at Gateway.
See someone dove straight out of line way at the back there, just maybe avoiding a slow car or letting faster cars come through. But Newman's got command of this race. Got Tom Freer right behind him. Wayne Burke and Brenton Hobson following pretty close in behind.
It was a strategy from Brad Newman to get the lead. It ain't going to last for long. Up the racetrack, contacts made.
Get a little bit tight.
Hold on. Look at Tom Freer on the bottom.
Just hip and shoulder Brad Newman out of the way. Or Wayne Burke, that was a risky block just then, but it's paid off. See Brad Newman around the outside now. It's going to tuck in behind, try and use that draft, and then throw it up the inside coming into turn 3 and 4.
Man, it's just as crazy as it got a moment ago. Now it gets back single file, but for how long? Here comes Wayne Burke, the Chicago street race winner now. Look at Freer. Freer got wiggled, shot up the racetrack. Here comes Burke. He'll go to the lead on the inside out of 4 coming to the line.
Then we got Newman just going on the inside of Freer now. He might not have liked how Freer raced him before, so maybe might use him up. Going to clear him straight out. And just pulls that half a car on Freer coming out of turns 1 and 2 there. You see a couple cars hitting the wall. Don't want to be doing that too early or too often. Newman's just pulled a 1 car length gap on Freer, who just looks a little bit unsettled coming into 3 and 4 at the moment. You saw him make that mistake that let Burke through.
So, Aaron, I know you're a driver analyst, and you said you raced in this series only on Thursday. I got to ask you, man, we saw how Freer shot up the racetrack, and I know he saved the car, but let our audience know how crazy that could have been. I mean, that was literally on the edge of spinning into the pack, wasn't it?
You're just fighting the wheel the whole time. You're out of the throttle when everyone else is on the throttle. You saw Burke, how quick he got past him, and Newman was able to get alongside down that straight. You just lose so much momentum. You just see Aaron Borg there with a little bit of counter steer, just getting a little bit loose mid-corner. And we'll watch him go into 1 and 2 here. We'll see how his car behaves. Just turns the wheel down. Not a huge amount of correction. Just straightening out the wheel. A couple of goes at it there. Drives off pretty straight, not fighting the wheel. That's a good handling car at the moment. I reckon the 88 of Brenton Hobson, as the caution comes out, we'll have to find what that was for.
Oh, it's Michael Campbell's car
into
in trouble.
The wall hard.
Yeah, the 619 machine in trouble, and it's not Rey Mysterio. It's Michael Campbell putting us under the caution flag. His Ford walloped the wall pretty good out of turn number 2. Here is a Burling Motor Group replay. Hey, by the way, we just had a Bob Varsha, David Hobbs moment. Thank you, Aaron. Here, watch the replay. Watch this again. Michael Campbell, caution out, and he got into Fitzroy Beaumont. And Dane Snagan. Diego got caught up in it. Remember, that's a guy that's outside the top 12 that are needed to go to the playoffs. He's on the outside looking in. He doesn't need this type of bad luck, if you will.
You can just say Michael Campbell gets a little bit loose. He's coming down the track just here. And then the 17 was just there. Unlucky timing for the 17.
Oh, boy. Another look at it again. Here's Michael Campbell. And again, Fitzroy Beaumont right there to the left rear.
Right there, you see it start to get loose.
The right rear, actually, of Beaumont. And, wow, they're saying Snaden got black flagged. I'm not sure for what. Let's go back for another replay. Are we saying Diego might have got into the 17 or... that caused it. We'll find it again.
Is in pit lane, so probably entered a closed pit lane.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah. So we do just like NASCAR. You can't enter pit lane until they give you the green light. And we had something controversial like that happen. I think it was Richmond with the Australian NASCAR championships on Sunday evening. We had an incident where some guys came down to the pit lane when pit lane was closed, and they actually got away with it. They didn't get penalized. Hey, give us a Burl. Give Nick a Burl. Nick Burling, the Burling Motor Group. New stock of all makes and models are arriving daily. Competitive finance packages, trade-ins are always most welcome. And there's a look at the car that's on the way for me. Coming soon. You'll see it on the top right. Nick Burling's just got to wait for tariffs to come down in America. We'll get it shipped in the crate. There it is, that beautiful-looking car, man. I've even already got an air freshener that I picked out. Yeah, he did sell it. It's coming to me, man. The Burling Air Group air fresheners, man. Collect the whole set. Look at how clean the wheels are. I love it. The Lexus there. So, Aaron, you said that's not your cup of tea of a car. What would your car be? What would you buy from Nick?
Well, it's hard to say. I live in the country, so a four-wheel drive's mostly beneficial for me.
Need a pickup truck, right? You're like Nigel, right? You're like a pickup truck.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm having a glass of milk, by the way, for our buddy Nigel. Nigel, I think, is either working. A lot of people don't know if he's a dairy farmer. And Nigel Sedell. Hashtag Nigel Sedell. Everybody give a hashtag hello, Nigel. We miss you, Nigel. And obviously, I'm having a glass of milk in America at 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, it is 8:46 Australia Standard Time. I'm not eating breakfast right now, man. I just, man, if I woke up and eat breakfast working with you guys, I'd be running to the, yeah, it wouldn't be a good thing. Yeah, man. Exactly. That was after the 12 tacos. And I had salsa last night, man. I had homemade salsa last night with chips and hamburger meat and sausage and all that stuff. So we're coming to green with 73 to go. 72 remaining here at Gateway. Let's try this again. Wayne Burke, remember, he won the Chicago street race, and now he's trying to win here at Gateway. Gets around Newman for the lead as we are right back 3 wide again behind the top 5 there again, Aaron.
That first top 10, like the back half of the top 10, very condensed. They're starting to spread out a little bit now. We see Griffiths is hanging on to that top 10. Oh, a little bit loose. They're stacking up front.
And watch Hobson, man, a little wiggle, jiggle, giggle, bobble coming off the corner, and somehow he holds on to it. As look at this guy. Look who's coming up in the head. Phil Sell is already flying. Look at this guy. Background. Phil Sell is in the top 15. Phil Sell, that car, you just showed him. He's flying. Look at him all the way from the back. He's already in the middle of this pack that's 3 wide going on in front of him. And we're 3 wide again. Look at this. This is in the top 10 with Martin in the middle. David Lawler says,
low line, that's the 49 that we saw of Scott Rankin getting turned earlier. So he's just making his way back through. He was down to 24th at the start of this race after that spin.
Black flag
Snadden's had his black flag cleared.
Yeah, that means, I guess, that there was not a penalty. Here we go again. There's 88 in the wall. Look out. As the 0-4 and the 0-5 battle going at it down into turn number 3. That's
Matt dancing there on the back of Phil Sell. Might use him as just a bit of a battering ram to get through this gaggle of cars in front.
And how about this, Aaron? Can we see Matt Danson dominate the first rounds of the Sunday series in the Australian NASCAR Championships? Because he won Darlington, he won Richmond, Bristol is the cutoff, and by the way, NASCAR is at Bristol, by the way, this weekend as well, but the cutoff is this Sunday night, and he could try to go for a hat trick and win all of the races in the round of 16 here.
It could be a very well possibility that he could do that, although Brad Newman, short track master, it's a tough one. They're all driving at an exceptional level in that series. We just see this conga line just bring out a little bit more. They're all finding their way. There's 68 left to go. There's a bit of time. Save from the tyres. We'll most likely have to pit one more time to make it to the end of the race.
From one Aaron to another Aaron, there's Aaron Borg. By the way, Beaumont's black flag got black flag, the 17. So the 17 Team Connie entry, another penalty for him. As there goes Griffin Gardner, winner last week at the road course. This guy looking good in the top 10. He's in 7th right now.
Just having a look on the back of, I believe, Ryan Campbell. So a lot of unfamiliar names for me in this series. I haven't been able to follow it as closely as I used to. Good to see the level of competition
Yeah, you drive in the trucks, right? Aaron, don't you run in the Thursday Truck Series, I think?
I run in the Thursday Truck Series. I was in the booth in this very series for a long time. I had to step aside to focus on my studies for a little bit.
Guys, understanding Gosley with an issue. He had an issue earlier in the race, and now understanding Gosley has left the server again. We still stay green, 65 to go. As there's Brenton Hobson, by the way. He is reeling in Newman. Newman trying to run down Burke. Right now, look at this. Great battles here. Single file for at least the top 10. Behind them, though, it is furious. But everybody just being patient as we go into the final stages of this race here. 65 to go now here at Gateway. It doesn't sound like a lot, but this is still a long way to go here in this race, Aaron, off 4.
It's a very flat track, so it takes a lot of wear on that right front tyre. A lot of work on the wheel. You can see what Newman's doing there. A lot more steering than he probably liked. Comes off reasonably straight. Doesn't have a whole lot of correction in the wheel.
There's Brad. There it is, man. How's all y'all? There's your water gauge. There's your water temp. There's your battery volts. Fuel is on right there. There's your fuel. And it looks like it's got maybe half a tank. Maybe the fuel says half a tank. It says
That'll be fuel pressure, I believe.
8 gallons fuel pressure. So the Aussie law offices of Burke, Newman, Hobson, Freer, and Borg are your top 5 right now. And no change in those positions as the massive law firm works its way again down the back straightaway, led by Wayne Burke, the kangaroo firm. There you go. As right now, Wayne Burke has not won a race in this series since he won at Chicago Street Course. As now we see the 94 and the 21 battle. This is in the top 10. There's Phil Sale. Phil Sale is off the wall. He's coming to the top 10.
So from very last, on that last race start, up to 10th place. What a drive this stint. He's got something in that setup that someone hasn't seemed to found somewhere else.
Remember, he dominated the opening stage with about 2 laps to go in stage around lap 26. He decided to come down to the pit lane and pit. He did go a lap down. He got a wave around, but he had to go to the tail end of the field. He restarted around 25th, 26th, and now he is in the top 10. There's Brenton Hobson now trying to run down his teammate Newman as Newman slips a little bit into again.
That's allowed Hobson just to creep up another half a car length, try and drive off the corner. I would have thought he'd try and stay in the draft a little bit more, but maybe a bit worried about hitting that wall. You can just see he's got that entry just a bit more dialed in than Brad. That's where he's making his big stepway. Gets very loose coming off the corner, so he's going to lose a bit of that gain down this straight. You see Brad just driving away a little bit. We'll see how Hobson comes turning in. Gets a little bit tight. I reckon Wayne Burke's a little bit tight, looking a bit further forward. But another big snap of oversteer there. He's getting them very loose. He's just trying to get that power down early to then try and make a run. He's just going to fire it up the inside here. He's got to make this stick. He's going to get tight. He's going to push up towards Brad. Steers it down a little bit. Brad's just clear right there. Brenton's just going to back out, have another run, try and do a bit cleaner. Or maybe he'll use the bumper. That looked like he was willing to use it just then, but doesn't quite have the speed in it just yet. Brad Newman holds on to second at this rate.
I tell you what, man, look at Newman and his teammate. His help's coming. But look, it's not Hobson, though. Hobson right there, closing in under 60 laps to go now as they are at the start-finish line. Here they come to the stripe. 58 remaining, as a matter of fact. And look at this, man. What a good run going for this guy. Look at Griffin Gardner, Griffo down. Are we going to go 3 wide? Berg up top in the middle. Hold on, the 92 of Campbell. We saw him had problems earlier. Oh, boy, that could have been disastrous, but they hold it together.
He's still on the inside. Will the 43 give him enough space in case there's a bit of a wiggle? The 93, he's just getting maybe a little bit impatient in behind him of Gardner. Oh, the 92 is going to push Borg right to the wall. Borg does not have a playing card of gap from him to the wall there. The 92 is going to do it. Push up a little bit. Oh, barely any space between them. They are trusting their internet as deeply as you can go. Griffin Gardner looking for a bit of a side draft. Fires it up the inside of the 43. He's got to get it turned. Looks like he's got it stuck. Now to drive the exit. Don't get too loose.
That's what you call close corners racing right there. Close quarters racing. No doubt, as that could have been really, really close with trouble. But right now they hold it together. Look at Aaron Borg again. Right there on the wheel. Perfect. Let's look at this, fighting the wheel there on the backstretch. You got to wonder, the tires are going also, aren't they, Aaron?
They are. He looked very tight there. He just kept feeding the steering in, and it didn't go turn any tighter. So he will be overheating those tires. He's just going to take it easy for a couple of laps. Hobson, you see, just have a nearly nudge in there. We see Scott Rankin in the background having a look at Borg, who's probably used the best of his tyres. But at the moment, we're focused on second place. He's having a look at that rear bumper. If Brad makes the slightest of wiggles, Hobson's going to have nowhere to go.
And listen, Newman's got to be careful because Hobson could get a big run on him, and they might push each other both up the racetrack. Look at this again. Hobson not backing down at all. He's right there below the apron. Got a little wiggle there to the 40. And while that goes on, Hobson now got Freer to deal with as all this is happening. Crossing the line, going back to turn number 1. All this is going on. Look at the 49. Here comes Rankin. Remember, he had problems earlier. Aaron Borg way up high. They were side by side a moment ago, and Rankin gets around the 43 off too.
You see Brenton have another look on the outside. From that move that we just saw previously, Borg's front tyres are shot, but these two are on fire at the moment. They both have a little wiggle. Newman gets off the corner a little bit better, just pulls the car length out, going into 1 and 2 now. Turn it in. We'll both have a little wiggle on entry. Who can get the best drive? Oh, a little bit of a wiggle there from Hobson. Just doesn't quite get the run that he wanted. Just the power down a little bit too soon. He's still going to have a look on the inside. We will have pit stops coming soon. In maybe the next 20 laps or so, I reckon we'll start seeing the pit stops. Oh, Hobson, I thought, just got a run on him, but not quite. He's pulled up that gap. Newman goes a little bit deeper into turn 1. That can hurt you, though, if you start pushing up high. This fighting is bringing Freer right back into the back bumper of Hobson. Campbell in behind him, and Gardner all want a piece of this. Second place is well and truly up to grabs. This is allowing Wayne Burke to just drive away at the moment.
Oh, here we go. Look at this, fighting for it. Hobson,
here we go, door to door, fender to fender.
Oh,
you see, Freer's going to make the most of this move too. Hobson's all but done this. Newman's going to keep him down. Freer's just looking on the inside.
Yeah, watch the 41, the purple 41, Tom Freer, right there, as you mentioned, and we got a caution. Oh, damn it.
Caution is out. Somewhere on the field.
Yellow flag will fly. Yellow flag is out. This will halt the action. Oh, my goodness. Wow, what a great save there by Hobson and Freer. And, man, Newman was right there holding on as well. Caution out. I'm not sure who it was. I really don't know.
I have not got any footage on who's coming. We're struggling to find who brought out the caution. We see the 619. He was in the fence earlier. I don't know if that damage there is fresh or...
This, by the way, everybody, is the 6th caution of the race. I want to emphasize on that. The 6th yellow flag of the race here. A long green flag run has just expired. And with 63 of 112 laps, Michael Campbell, we're thinking might have been the car, but I'm not sure. Well, let's go back to live pictures because I know pit stops are about to happen, guys. Here we go. We don't know what happened. There's a caution. That's all we know. Let's see this, though. Everybody is boxing, and I mean everybody. This could be the money stop of the race right now, Aaron. As they come to the pit lane, this is it right here to decide could be the winner at Gateway.
You don't want to be too far forward in your box or too far back, left or right. You want to hit it on the marks. This is the easiest spot to lose, like, your position in this race. Barber has decided to stay out. That is a brave move. Wayne Burke. We see Newman come out in 5th. Rankin's in 7th. Might be a slow stop for Fuel Cell there. He's down in 11th. So a bit of a slow one for Fuel Cell. So we'll see him have to climb a few spots. It's going to be a lot easier on this restart. His car fired off really well. Slowed down towards the end there. As we look at Scott Rankin, up to 7th from 24th after that early race spin.
So the caution out, ladies and gentlemen, with, and look at this now, Ryan Barber on pit road. He missed pitting when everyone else did. He's got damage and he got black flagged as well. So there's a penalty coming to the 0-5 that he'll have to assess here as we reset your top 10 here. Lights off on the pace car. We are not wasting no time. We go back to green next time by. It is Wayne Burke leading. Tom Freer on the outside. That's Vermillion and Synergy on row 1. Brenton Hobson leading on the inside of row number 2, third with Lobs Esports, Brad Newman. All right, we're not done yet. Here comes Griffin Gardner. Eclipse Sim Sports in the top 5. Wanted Goons driver Scott Rankin back in 6th. Then it's Ryan Campbell, Aaron Borg in row 4. Row 5, Jared Filsell, the starting pole driver right there, along with Clayton Davies for the Diggers Sim Sport. All this is your new top 10. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that button. Hit that bell. Thank you for checking us out for the Australian NASCAR E-Series Championship. Don't forget Bristol coming up on Sunday. Aaron Dorman filling in for Nigel Sedale. I am Wesley Outland, and we are closer to the playoffs. Remember, Bristol next week, regular season finale. But we got something to settle here at Gateway. Give me a barrel. We're coming back to green. Round 10, 48 to go at Gateway.
Good jump by Wayne Burke. You see Newman just dive down to the inside. He's going to have a look on the inside. They're 3 wide. Oh, clips. Oh, holds it just, but you're going to see Freya lose a bunch of spots right now.
Look at Phil Sell. It's like going through Plinko. Darting left and darting right, man. Cue the Plinko music from The Price is Right, mates and mateys. Oh, watch him get to the... He says, I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming, teammate Aaron. Look at this. He's talking about Brad Newman as they come across the stripe. Ha!
Newman on the inside of Hobson. As they just settle down a little bit, although it is 2 or 3 wide, a little bit further back in the pack.
Y'all do watch The Price is Right in Australia, don't you? You do remember Bob Barker, right? No? A long time ago? Okay, was it? Well, anyhow, Phil Sell. Look at this. I'm feeling how old I am again. Look at this. Scott Rankin and Tom Freer in the wall. Oh, give him room. That's the points leader right there. Brent Hobson and Tom Freer, they're 1 and 2 in the points as they dive into turn 1 there, Aaron.
You got Phil Sale on the outside of Scott Rankin there, who wants to get up the inside. Whoa, that was so close. Scott got a little bit tired on exit then. Freer's just trying to make the move on Borg. He's just dove up the inside.
Look at the close, tight corners racing again. By the way, Barber, black flag has been cleared as now they come off of 4. Look at Phil Sell. Great racing, great action, heading to 40 to go here at Gateway. Who is going to win at Worldwide Technology Raceway?
You see, Phil Sell just gave Borg a bump draft down that main straight to help him try and clear Scott Rankin, but Scott's pretty persistent. He's going to be there.
Oh, come on, Ozzy. We had Ozzy host for The Price is Right. Man, Bob Barker was a legend. Come on, y'all. Oh, boy, I can't believe you Aussies were tormented like that.
My knowledge of Bob Barker is straight from Happy Gilmore.
The Price is Wrong. 3-1. Look at this. Look at Borg. Look at Borg. Fighting for that spot, man. He's not letting Phil Snell get it. And look at him bumping and
They're
banging.
bumping doors. You see Scott Rankin just dive to the inside while they're fighting. He's going to take advantage of this. He obviously got shafted out a little bit earlier in this run because he went from in front of this pack.
Wow.
You see Borg just give Phil Sell a little tap.
And look at Phil Sell like a hot dog flying right out of the bun. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. I don't want to be stuck in the middle with you guys. And he clears them. He gets up in front. He's in sixth. Look at Borg.
He has a wiggle though. It's allowed Borg to get back onto his bumper. Nearly hits him. Scotty Rankin's just got nowhere to go at the moment. He's got Borg on his inside. Phil Sale right in front of him.
I think I just woke up the dog and the cat and the possum outside. Look at this again. Look at Borg. And the wombat. You're exactly right. Yeah. Look at them coming off the floor.
To a 6/10 of his second lead, but the action is all back here in the tail end of the top 10.
Here we go now. This is
Griffin
for third.
Gardner up the inside of Brenton Hobson there in that green 88 machine. Going to get a slightly better run, does Hobson.
Hobson and Gardner, and we got a caution out again. Seventh caution of the race. I think it's going to be Nicholas Garrett that's got a problem, guys. Nicholas Garrett puts us under the yellow flag. The man in 22nd. Nicholas Garrett, the Frog Leak Juice Racing 66. Under caution. Here's a replay coming up. Oh, boy. By the way, that is a car replica that looks like Shane Van Gisbergen from Auckland, New Zealand. People did not know that. The WeatherTech colors. Look at Shane Garrett. Watch this. The 15 Pepsi car. Oh, yeah, look at it. Oh, come on, baby. Give him room. Give him room, and he did.
And then nose into the wall. That's a hard hit. The engine's still good. He did drive off, but that's going to have some substantial damage on it. You can see how much it's just wiggling.
The Chevrolet, buddy. Good try to sell that. But watch this one more time. It's Kai Ardley getting around him. And there goes Angus Sweeney. And I'm a Pepsi man. I love Pepsi. The taste born in the Carolinas. Aussie mates and mateys. Do y'all have Pepsi in Australia? Yeah. Look at this. Oh boy, Juice. So what is wrong? Juiced Energy and Pepsi going at it. The battle of the liquid sodas here. Aaron, what do you think? Juiced Energy and Pepsi.
Everyone's trying to get that best soda, or as we used to call it, just soft drink, lemonade.
Juiced and Pepsi.
You just see, just three cars into one spot does not work, and Garrett goes around.
Kai Ardley was not going to give up that spot. You can watch that. Look at him. Oh boy, in the spin cycle, nobody hit him. Caution out. Now, I got to ask you, Aaron, as you being a former driver as well, stand correcting, you're a driver analyst, you are a still driver. Do you come to pit lane, or is position important right now?
I'd say position right now is important. There's only one set of tyres left. All these guys get 3 sets of tyres for this race. So they're going to save one if there's a caution after probably lap 95, then you'd take tyres, I'd say.
It's a big word, though, right? We don't know if we might see a caution, though.
That's your chance you got to take. Maybe if you're in the back, you take that bet. So the lights are out on the pace car there. They're going to rack them 2 by 2. Newman on the outside, Burke on the inside. And we get to do this all again. Phil Sales made it up to lap or position number 6. We got Scotty Rankin. Will he be side by side? Well, not quite side by side. Scott's on the row behind him. So these are the two guys wanting to make their way up through this top 10. See, Gardner's up 22 positions. What an effort from him. Just clean race and just ticked away lap by lap. 22 positions. We've seen how hard it is to pass. It can take several laps to pass here. So that's a monster effort for Gardner.
It'll be lap number 75 when they come back to the green flag. The lights off on the safety car. Next week, Bristol. Regular season finale. What a race to have that. And then we got an IRP, Kansas, Charlotte, Roval to kick off the playoffs. The first 3 rounds, but we got to settle this one here. Lap 75, under 40 to go, 37 left as we go back to green. And look at Wayne Burke with another great restart. It's now Hobson and Newman go at it again for round 3.
And then Freya's going to want a part of this too. Gardner's on the outside of Freya with Phil Sale in behind him. Rankin on the inside of Phil Sale, but we're looking there at Hobson on the inside of Newman. Burke went very early in that restart zone to get that jump, catch everyone by surprise.
Here we go.
They're door to door, Hobson and Newman. They keep it off each other down the straight.
Boy, these two know each other. Newman, they have bump and banged a lot this year. They've bump and banged a lot this year. We'll see what happens again. Great pages of iRacing history in the Aussie world being written again as they bang. They slide off one another. Hobson sideways. He loses ground from Newman. Here comes Phil Sale to the outside of Hobson's car. And now the 93 of Gardner as he dives back on the top. Look at this move.
Huge send by Phil Sale then. He might be just burning those tyres up early. He might have another strategy.
Look
so now Phil Sale has that advantage of playing the team game. If he can get behind Newman,
he can be blocker.
Block to the rear.
He can be blocker. You're exactly right. That's what you're doing. You're a blocker. You're a blocker. Help me out here. It's like running for a touchdown. If you got blockers, if you got helpers, you're going to run to the end zone. And look at Phil Sale putting the block on, well, he's not blocking him per se, but he's making Hobson work for it. And that's allowing Newman to pull away from this thing here off 4.
And that's what a teammate needs to do right now.
And we got another
the
caution
yellow
and
flag
the action
is out.
stops again. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
big
there's a
crash.
huge
Holy camole. Kai Ardley is crab walking in the wrong direction. Barber's involved. It looks like Chooch is caught up in it. Brandon Griffiths and others. A massive crash on the front straightaway. Matt Danson, Lundell, Micklemore, Brad Wright. Look at Kai Ardley. He's crab walking. He's cattywampus.
There are some very bent cars in that. That's race over for 6 or 7 cars, I'd say, at the end there. Look at the steering angle. That's 90 degrees down.
Look at it. Look. Yeah, look at this. Is perfect, man. This is what you call a skid steer.
Tokyo Drift. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, here's a replay. Oh, my goodness. Presented by the Burley Murder Group. Give me a Burl. Watch this, the big one. Where the hell did it happen? It happened up ahead. Oh, it's Griffiths. Danson, Griffiths, Micklemore. It sounds like a law firm, but that started the big one on the front stretch.
And then Douglas comes through. Oh, the 15 Pepsi car just sneaks through. He'll get away with
Angus
it.
Angus Sweeney. And look at the hood flying through the air off of these cars. And you watch the hood just bouncing like a basketball on the wall, on the front straightaway after all of this contact here. Watch it one more time. Look at this, just bouncing. Like, what the hell are you doing? It's a ghost. It's like a... Oh, you gotta love it. Like, what is making the hood bounce like that, if you will, Aaron, right? I mean, come on.
That's just the bouncy balls on the track there. You see Chooch just get in the back of the 82, who's going to get away with everything here. Oh, they just keep piling into, like, there's just nowhere to go. Cars concrete wall to concrete wall.
Another look at it again. This is with Campbell and Griffiths, a.k.a. Chooch. And, oh, man, there's a hit to the left rear. Gamble and Griffiths and Chooch. Chooch didn't let off. And then that got them all unorganized in the 92 in the wall. And then Griffiths nowhere to go. In the dance and the dominator of the Sunday Series. Micklemore, the defending series champion. Dover winner, Kai Ardley. And they all pile in from there. Wow. And then look at the hood. Look at the hood. You should be dancing, yeah.
That's one to hang on the shed wall.
Yeah, you can be dancing to the flag. Give me a barrel. Look, we got a duet with the hoods dancing on the front straightaway. So, all right, guys, you got me singing once tonight. That's it, no more. So, thank you. Eighth caution, 82 of 112 laps. And I'll be honest with you, with 30 laps to go, Aaron Dorman, this just it ups the intensity. We saw how crazy the racing was getting up in the front for the lead, and then the caution came out. We're just about to turn up the energy again. We're about to turn this thing up to 10.
This is just going to stack them up, just condense this field a lot.
Turn down for what? Oh,
so you've just made David Lawler's night, Wesley singing. Kai Ardley says he's got 10 minutes of damage, so some people need to take a chill pill.
Yeah, Kai Ardley, 10 minutes of damage. And David Lawler says, my night is complete now. Wesley is singing. Yeah, turn down your speakers. Well, thank you. I'm here all night as we get ready to boogity into the midnight hour for you Aussie mates and mateys, into the sunrise for us in North Carolina in the US of A. Green flag back out, 30 to go. Give me a barrel.
And then you got a Lobs 2 and 3 at the moment. Phil Sales just looking on the inside. Is he going to play the teammate game and back everyone else up so Newman can have a good crack at Burke? Or Phil Sale just going for the win? You can see him dancing in the background. They're 2, 3 wide. This is going to bring that intensity. The 93, just a big send. Freya just gets into his rear quarter panel a little bit. They are condensed at the moment. If there's anything about to go down, I was told we'll expect to see fireworks tonight, and we are getting them in the Australian NASCAR E-Series here at Gateway.
All of this going on with under 30 laps to go. Burke in the lead. Oh, look out!
There's
cars
in the background. They're running into each other. We're still green at this point.
That's Ryan Campbell. How in the world did he keep from crashing, Aaron? We stay green.
And that might be one of the hoods that you see bouncing around the track. I saw one in the background, no hood on it. There's the engine exposed. There's Newman having a look at Hobson.
Coming through on the bottom, battles alongside Gardner. He's going after Hobson. And Newman up ahead. By the way, that's Phil Sell actually up to second. And Wayne Burke says, hey, guys, you guys do all this going on behind me. I'm going to pull away. I'm in my own world. Y'all just leave me alone.
And then we've got Scott Rankin now making a move on Newman. Might get him cleared. Not quite. We're clear off the corner. Scott Rankin now up to fourth play. Gonna have a look at Brenton Hobson right now. He's pulled along. And they're wrecking in the background. We're the yellow once again.
That's the 92 that hit the wall. Caution is out. That is Ryan Campbell. He might have got away with it on the restart in 2, but he won't this time off 4. Caution flies for the 9th time here on lap number 85 of 112. Wow. Give me a Burl today. 27 laps to go, and the caution is out. Here's a replay. Somebody got into Campbell. I believe it was the 10, and there it is. Wow.
Campbell just moves up. Wasn't clear. I don't know if she spotted
Dave Douglas. That's Dave Douglas, by the way, Aaron.
Our good friends who used to commentate the Thursday nights. Old Double D, Dave Douglas. Ryan Campbell just didn't quite get the clear message from his spotter just then, so that's what happens.
Just one more time. This is Dave Douglas in the 10, Rain Campbell in the middle, looking up high. Sweeney nowhere to go, and the door just closed. Door just closed, and Douglas had no choice. Hit the left, hit the right rear of the 92. That's all he could do.
Are we going to say Chooch get in it? Nah, he gets through it clear.
Wow. Anybody pitting? Yep, here comes Hobson in. Gardner's in. Freer's in. Borg's in. Money stop. Here they come, Aaron, on pit road.
So this could be strategic genius or nightmare. They've got 10 cars in front of them to make their way through.
You said lap 95. It's lap 87. That's pretty close. It rounds out, right?
Well, the top half haven't pitted yet, so top 10 cars haven't pitted. So Wayne Burke, Jared Filsdale, Scott Rankin, Brad Newman, Jason Martin, Ricky Hyde, Angus Sweeney, Chooch, and Timo Blundell have not pitted.
And my question is, I said that earlier. You didn't pay attention to that? Look at that traffic going down the interstate while we race on here. I got to ask this question, though, Aaron. Are they sitting ducks? They pitted at lap 63. These guys pitted at lap 87. Are they in trouble? 27 laps, 30 laps difference. Are we going to see these guys that just pitted rocket to the front, or can they hold their own in the top 10?
Depends how hard they push early, but they will have a huge grip advantage. You see that bright green car in the background? That's how many cars are in front of him. So here's the first car.
Yeah, I think Hobson wanted to get the hell away from the 40. He wanted to get away from the 40 and the 94 as well. So, Ricky Hyde, there he is. His pit time was 9.9 seconds. So there it is. Angus Sweeney, 14.60 seconds. I wonder if they pitted under 10 seconds if they just took fuel only also. That's a full 4-tire stop right there. So there's your race recap, by the way, on the bottom right. Race recap, lap 90 of 112. We're hitting lap 89 this time by. Wayne Burke is the leader. There's been 3 lead changes, 9 cautions so far in this race. And I got a feeling, Mr. Dorman, we are not done yet. 9 cautions for 27 laps. What an entertaining race here at the Miniature Darlington. And real quickly, as we come back for restart, give me a burl as they come back to the restart zone. Show the track map if you can, Dean Hopton, Mr. Beagles, great producer of Australia, sir. And this is why we call it a Miniature Darlington. Look at the egg shape of Gateway. It's like a smaller version of Darlington Raceway as we bring the action with under 25 to go, Aaron, in turn 2 at the Mini D.
You see Rankin just making a very quick move on Phil Sell there. He's up into second place. Can he hold it though? We've seen Phil Sell fire off real quick. Soon you'll start to see that pace disparity of the cars coming through that field. Rankin's cleared him. He's having a look. He's going to drive off that corner pretty straight. He's got some speed in that 49 machine right now. He's going to have a look. Burke just goes very high in the corner. I don't know if that was intentional, but it did not look like it. Scott Rankin has taken the lead of this race.
Yeah, Tom Freer bounces off of Clayton Davies and others as now Rankin goes to the lead. Great action going on as Tom Freer and Hobson are banging fenders in the back as well, all 4.
So now what Scott's hoping for is those guys burn up their tyres just charging through the field. There's 21 laps to go at the moment. They're going to use a lot of tyre to pass these cars in front. You can see how hard they're working the wheel. A huge hit in the wall there. He's keeping it green. That car's damaged. Tom Freer moving on the inside of Micklemore, I believe.
Great racing going on now as they work off of turn number 4, heading to 20 laps to go. Here they come to the line. Pick your
Rankin's
poison.
pulled 4/10 of a second out.
Anybody in this pack in the top 10 are in it to win it. We're going to see some crazy racing, I think, coming down the stretches. Now Martin gets passed by Hobson, by Freer. Oh, here they come on the back straightaway. Newman clears by him also.
The 41's going to follow up the inside. And then Hobson's going to follow. He's going to get to his rear, Numo's rear bumper now. And just force him a little bit tight on the end of the corner. You see Borg get very loose with Douglas in the background.
Aaron, I got to ask this question as well. You know, we talk about the guys that pitted. As you see, Hobson clearly getting around Newman. Newman slipped there just a little bit, and he drifts up in front of the front bow of the 40 car now. That's Brent Hobson. But they pitted. Their tires are not going to be lightning quick on the start, right? I mean, it's got to take a couple of laps as we're seeing Hobson. It took about 3 laps before he finally started to dart to the front.
You saw Freer in the foreground there just go from high to low there.
Wow.
Their tyres will be up to 10th now. He's got to maximise this, but not burn them up too hard. It's so easy to now. You see how deep he goes into there. Not a huge grip advantage on the entry to the corner, but if you can get that power down, a lot of these cars might be getting loose. Rankin's up to nearly 0.6 of a second. That Freer's just centred on Phil Sell there. Doesn't quite get to him. Might put the bumper to him. Hobson's just making the most of this.
Look at them off the wall. Here comes now Phil Sell up high, Freer up high, Hobson on the bottom. By the way, that is Hobson, Freer, and Newman. 1, 2, and 3 in the points. Newman back in 7th. As Phil Sell gets a bump. No, that's Phil Sell. Phil Sell getting a bump. Hobson to his inside. Tom Freer gave the 94 another shot. He couldn't clear him, though, Aaron, as they go in the corner. 17 to go, 16 to go now, all 4.
You see that 88? Just have that extra grip. He's going to drive off this corner. Phil Sale just getting a little loose on the corner. That 88 just drives perfectly straight. This could be the masterclass. If this does stay green, it's a lot of time to make up on Rankin. Burke's not going to give up the second place position very easily. Scott's not going to give up first without a big fight. Scott's just hoping that Burke makes Hobson use his tyres.
Hobson had a big run on the 89 for second. Oh, that goes on. Rankin pulls away. He's up ahead. We're side by side for second. Look at Hobson door to door with the 89, who's dominated most of this race. Burke now under attack by Hobson in the 1. And look at Freer now getting back and closing in on these guys.
You see the 88 just making a little bit of a run. Burke's not giving it up.
Side by side. Look at now Freer as it looks like the party to the Red Sea's out of the Bible. Tom Freer just couldn't pick the forbidden fruit. He couldn't go up the middle lane. Freer, though, back to the bottom. He'll clear by Burke. Hobson now up to second as they cross the line. Working to lap 100 next time by. And 12 to go here at Gateway. The action's not done yet as we go to the late rally.
See Burke just give Freer a little bit of a bump. Hobson just getting loose off turn 2 there. That is the danger. He's going to be pressing hard. And if he keeps cooking those rear tyres, as we see Gardner making a move on the inside of Wayne Burke, these guys with the fresh tyres, they're coming through this field.
If you're not subscribed to the Australian NASCAR Series, back behind Borg.
Here we go, Douglas looking in the back. Like I was saying, if you're not subscribed to the Australian NASCAR E-Series and you're watching this is some of the best racing you'll find anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Just jump on, subscribe, hit that bell, get notified every week.
And look at, by the way, somebody's bragging about the 93. Keep an eye on Griffin Gardner. He won last week. He won last week at Portland. Right now, he sits in 4th as they work their way off the corner. Lap 100, a dozen laps remaining. It's go time. Another great battle going on with Davies, Boyd, and Newman going on behind him in the corner. It's Dave Douglas again in the mix.
You see Douglas get very loose off the corner there. He's going to have to concede that position to the 97. No, not quite. We're moving up to the 93, having a look on the back of Tom Freer.
There's Gardner.
Trevor
There's the man we talked about. Look at this now up ahead. This is, by the way, Griffin Gardner, the man that won last week, if you will, Aaron. He is trying to get into the trio spot with, whoa, Tom Freer. And he almost took out Freer from the rear end. The 41 really getting in front of the front bow of the 93. He's got a trunk full of that man in front of him on the back stretch.
These guys are pushing super hard. For how fresh these tyres are, they are getting loose. And Hobson,
whoa,
he's chipping away at Rankin, but is he getting enough? They got 11 to go as they cross the stripe. That's going to drop down to 10 to go. There's a run here on the 93. He's going to have a look up the inside of the 41. He's going to fire it in there. 41's giving him a bit of room.
8 laps to go, by the way. 10 remaining as look at now Griffin Gardner clearing by the 41 of Tom Freer. Freer's going to reel him in again. And they're right there in front of them is Hobson for second. He is about 0.6 of a second off the lead. There's the leaders right there working off turn number 4 at the line. 9 to go. It's single digits here at Gateway, and it's go time if you're hanging back and holding on something for the end.
So Scott's pulled a little bit of get back on Hobson, who's now falling in the clutches of Gardner. So Rankin is really hoping Gardner makes a move on Hobson, just holds him up. You can just see that gap extending. Scott's a wealth of knowledge of how to drive these cars on a flat oval. This is where he comes into his own. He'll just sneak in every now and again. Here, Michigan, they are two places he absolutely loves.
It is Rankin, it is Hobson, it is Gardner, Freer, and Bork. 2.5 seconds separate those guys in the top 5. Anything can happen as we now close in with 8 to go. There's a battle for second now. Griffin Gardner, Portland winner, making a move on Britton Hobson, by the way. He's the points leader. 12 points separate Hobson and Freer. Freer's watching all this going on in front of him. There goes the 49 up high. Rankin in trouble. Hobson to the lead, and he's going to carry the 93 of Gardner with him. I think he just slipped. I think Rankin slipped there. What do you think, Aaron?
I'm not too sure. My pictures just went down for a second, but something happened to Scott. Scott's going to fire it up.
Hobson, the new leader, and there's contact, and Rankin spins. Scott Rankin spins, and they're not going to throw a caution. He's way to the bottom of the apron. He's in the grass by himself. No yellow flag. 7, making 6 to go. Britton Hobson, now the new leader. Griffin Gardner going at it again on 4.
Hobson's going to protect that inside, make Gardner go the long way around the outside. Every pass we've seen pretty much has been on the inside. So can the 93... Well, he's got that momentum on the outside. The 88's going to try and side draw. 88, you'll see go real deep into here.
There's
Maybe
Hobson
not.
on the bottom. And by the way, Freer is right there, but he can't close in yet. Here they come to the line. Barney is going to show 3 fingers, a pinky, and a thumb to the field. 5 to go. 5 to go. It is Gardner trying to go 2 in a row. He won at the road course in Portland last week. Here comes Hobson, though, to battle back. The points leader and the man second in the points in the purple machine. Tom Freer watching all this going on off 2. Wow.
Oh, this is some exciting racing. Gardner's just pulled a little bit of a gap.
Here they come off of turn 4. Hit that like and subscribe if you're enjoying this one. And by the way, hit the like for the broadcast as well. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this one. 4 miles remain here at Gateway. Down into the corner, into turn number 1 and 2. It is time to pick your poison. Lay your cards on the table. know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to walk away and run if you're the leader. It is Gardner up in front now. Hobson's right there in stride. So is Freer. Got a feeling they're setting something up for the late shootout here with 3 to go now off turn 4 now, Aaron.
They're going to be trying to cool those tyres to have a run, but he can't. He's dropping back too far. I think Gardner's just too quick at the moment. As long as nothing goes wrong with him in the next 3 laps. But you see Hobson just trying to get off the corner square. Doesn't really make any momentum. At the moment, he's just going to be trying to fight off Freer and try not to let him go too close.
Half a second back. It doesn't look like a lot, but it really is. There's the interval between these guys off of turn 4. There's Tom Freer poking into view. So is Wayne Burke to the line. Penultimate lap. 2 laps to go in the penultimate race of the regular season here at Gateway. We have been treated to one dandy of one here tonight. Aussie mates and mateys down the back straightaway. Gardner hitting his marks. There he is. Can we see this guy go back to back? Here he comes now, working into turn number 4. He'll look for the white flag this time by. Here he comes off the corner. 1 lap to go. Final time. Man, I'm going to tell you, if Hobson's got anything, he better send it, and he better send it now. But I don't think he can. He tries to use the same racing groove as Gardner's driving. Look at how loose Hobson was off the corner. Looked like he was dirt tracking it off of turn 2. This is all Griffo is going to need. Griffin Gardner dominated on the road courses of Portland last Tuesday night, and now tonight, here he comes at the Little Darlington Gateway, the home of the Arches. Gardner wins here. What a wild race. One we will never forget in the Burling Motor Group Xfinity Series. It is Griffin Gardner over Hobson and Freer. Put me to bed, mama. This was a dandy.
Up 25 places to take the win there. What a fantastic drive. You see Freer just getting up there to him, give him a little tap, a little congratulations. Nothing malicious there. As we're going to watch him just round out turn 3 and 4 now. Just coming to the start-finish line. And we all know what that means. We're going to do some circle work.
Oh, boy, man, I'll tell you what, we have been treated to a good one. Griffin Gardner won at Portland last week, and now he turns around and he wins here at Gateway. I also want to make an announcement as well, because you know I'm a stat guy. This is the first back-to-back winner of the season in season number 2 of the Australian NASCAR EC's BMG Xfinity program. Nobody this year, Aaron Dorman, has gone back-to-back except for Griffo. Griffin Gardner done it on a road course, and he did it at an oval track as well. And if I remember correctly, he's not a full-time driver. He's just here racing like Phil Sell was doing. But this guy's got 2 wins in a row now. Unbelievable.
Goes to show he's just here to have fun, and they're not just going to give it to the regulars.
Man, what a dandy of a good one. Here's a look at the results, ladies and gentlemen. Man, Griffin Gardner, as we mentioned, 2 weeks in a row, road course, and now here at Gateway at Worldwide Technology Raceway, winning here tonight. Brent Hobson second, the points leader, with another solid finish. So is Tom Freer, Wayne Burke, Jared Philsell, your top 5. Aaron Berg, Brad Newman, Clayton Davies, Daniel Boyd, Dave Douglas with problems. The Double D is still able to finish in the top 10 with a checkered flag fail there, Aaron.
And then in rounding out of the second half of the grid, Jason Martin for Nitro Racing, Ricky Hyde, Angus Sweeney, Scott Rankin after that late race spin. We just moved it, so I'm a bit lost now. Michael Campbell in 15th, Nick Ryan, Brandon Griffith, Brad Wright, Timo Blundell, Ryan Barber running out the top 20 there, 10 laps down. Everyone from here down's had a shocking night for different misfortunes here and there. We saw Kai Ardley drifting around the track after that wreck. Josh Micklemore, Ryan Campbell, Matt Danson, Brian Blundell, Nicholas Garrett, Tyler Williams, Trent Gosley and Dane Snadden 73 laps down after early drama.
The rest of the field will finish out with Fitzroy Beaumont several laps down, 74 laps to be exact. Then it's Blaine Dinsley, Brady Baldwin with problems early, 100 laps down. Ethan Winter went out first as well, and Andy Barber did not even start the race. The race time, an hour, 25 minutes and 15 seconds when the checkered flag fell. It was a good one. We're taking a break because we ain't took one all night. Woo! Recharge your batteries. We got the podium. We're going to speak to Griffo and the rest of the guys on the podium next. Stay with us. Give me a barrel, baby. This has been the BMG X Series from Gateway, and we wrap it up with post-race next.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Oh boy, it was a dandy of a good one. The Little Darlington of the little people call it. It was a wild one at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Definitely one that you need to go back and check out the highlight reel of probably the last 30 laps, maybe even the whole darn thing, because it was a great one. Welcome back to coverage of Australian eNASCAR Series and the BMG X Series as Season 2 rolls in to the penultimate race before Bristol next week, and then the playoffs, along with Aaron Dorman filling in for Nigel Sedale. I'm Wesley Outland. Bigglestein hopped in on a phenomenal night again on production, and Griffo is back again. Griffin Gardner, you dominated Portland. That's a road course. This was a wild one, though, tonight. This one wasn't easy, man. Congratulations, mate. 2 wins in a row. You're the first driver this year, by the way, to win 2 races in a row.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It was good to have another good run tonight. Good to get a win on the oval. That's pretty cool. Hopefully a few more before the end of the year.
You sound exhausted. Was that a draining race inside the iRacing rig there?
It was pretty physical out there, especially at the front. With about 40 to go, it was definitely on. So it's good to just get through with a clean car and then have a shot there at the end.
Aaron, anything for the winner, Mr. Gardner?
25 places made up. Where in the pack did you find it the hardest to come through? Was it the mid pack or just trudging away, battling through that front end of the field?
The back end of the top 10 is definitely the hardest, just because everyone's running such similar pace and there's a lot of cautions there, so everyone's on similar tyres. That's definitely was the hardest, but just picking the lane was the key there, especially towards the end. You just had to be in the right lane at the right time and get a bit lucky. So.
Well, but I'll tell you what's more special, Portland or winning this one here at Gateway?
Definitely this one. Portland is, I go there expecting to get a good result. And after not doing it up in quali, I definitely didn't expect to win. So it's good to have a good runner and get the first one on the ovals.
Well, Bud, before we let you go, please thank your sponsors, man. Congratulations again, back-to-back races and with victories.
Yeah, thank you. thanks to the Eclipse guys for jumping on the car, and their sponsors are 5-6 Coaching and Lutzu Performance. Thanks to those guys. Thanks to you guys for the broadcast. It's awesome as always, and thanks to the guys around the league as well for putting on the show.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is, again, the driver of Griffin Gardner. Griffo wins the road course, wins here at Gateway when it's all said and done for Eclipse Sim Sports. Let's grab Brenton Hobson. Oh, I'll tell you what, BH, you're the points leader. You're going to leave here as the points leader going into the playoffs. Bristol coming up next week, but this was a wild one tonight, Double Eight. What a good, strong run you had to survive, I guess was the nice way of saying it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Surviving was the key tonight. I don't think that we were the second best car tonight, but a bit lucky perhaps with the way the strategy played out. But I didn't really have probably real high expectations for tonight. This is the first sort of track that's a bit like this on the schedule so far this season. So I didn't really know how we would go here. But yeah, I'm really happy, obviously, with another podium. Keep clicking them off and getting good points. And when you're racing for a championship, I guess that's the key. So yeah, really, really pleased with the result and probably fairly thankful that Griffin's not part of the regular season.
So my question now to you is, how do you go from a wide, quite big oval? What's your process into Bristol next week?
Bristol's like drive down the straight and close your eyes for however many laps we're doing. Really, it's a real wild track. It'll be elbows out, and I think we saw a little bit of that tonight. I was probably more aggressive tonight than I've been all season, and that's probably a good preparation for next week because nice guys do finish last at Bristol. So we'll turn up there and see how we go. It's another short track, which again I really don't know what to expect performance-wise, but I'm keen to go there and learn everything I can. That's what this season's been all about for me.
Oh man,
Well,
playoffs.
you're doing a great job of that.
I'm sorry.
You're all good.
Yeah, please. Playoffs is going to be very exciting. I got a feeling, no doubt, the way we've watched all these races coming up here, the regular season, hasn't it, Brenton? What does it mean being P1 and holding on to that spot going into Bristol next week?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. The way the playoff format is that it casts the unknown into it all. So for the time being, the only thing I can control is racing to the end of the regular season. And if I can hold on to the points lead heading in there, I'll take that little win, carry that through, hopefully build the momentum from there. But the way the playoffs are, it's really, it resets everything for everybody. So, I'm fairly pleased with the run that we've had so far. We've been really consistent. We haven't really had any bad weeks yet, but every week is a learning experience for me. So I turn up every round and I'm not really sure what sort of a race to expect. So for me, it's really just take it one week at a time, and that'll be the plan all the way through the playoffs. And if we're there at the end, then, that's great. But if not, we know that we've given it our best crack.
Hey man, before I let you go, thank your sponsors. We'll see you next week at Bristol, sir.
Yeah, thanks to everybody at Synergy Sim Racing. Tom here as well on the podium. Congrats to him. I had a good race with him tonight. We also had Nick Ryan in the race tonight. I think Brady Baldwin for a little while early on. So shout out to all the guys in the team for coming and having a rip with us. And I'll let Tom thank all the sponsors, but I'll quickly throw a shout out to you guys here in the commentary box. Do an awesome job. Love going back and checking it out, and people get to tune in and watch every week. It's awesome. So thank you.
Brenton Hobson with many wins this year as well, consistently holding on to the points lead. Also, the man with 2 wins, actually, holding on to the points as Tom Freer in second, Brad Newman third, but a good solid run here tonight, surviving it. Speaking of Tom Freer, he joins us now in the booth as well for Synergy Sim Racing. Oh boy, Tom, a dandy of a race for you in the highlight reel and the replays, man. Surviving Gateway, going to Bristol. What's your take of tonight's event?
Yeah, firstly, sorry if I muddle my words here. I'm actually trying to find my sponsors now that Hobbo's decided to throw me under the bus. But I knew he was going to do it. So, no, look, it was good. We had a pretty terrible run, to be honest. Like, we weren't fast at any point of the night. Terrible under brakes, terrible in the corners. It was just driver mainly. But, yeah, look, I'll take a third. I think it's more a luck of the draw strategy, and yeah, played off pretty well for us. So keeps us in the fight for the regular season stuff. I know Hobbo's got one hand on it already, really. But yeah, it's a decent night.
So, what part of the race did you find the most challenging? Coming through pit stops or just a condensed field on each restart?
Oh, I probably couldn't pick one. Literally all of it. It was just a struggle all night long. I got home from work 15 minutes before quali, and yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. But yeah, the last few laps felt really good. You know, tire advantage does make you feel pretty good about yourself when you're passing people. But no, it was a difficult night all round, and to come away with the top three, I guess it's sort of lucky in the end.
Well, Tom, obviously Bristol coming up next week, man. You know that whatever happens, it's kind of like you and Hobson, you're locked in the playoffs, right? So, I mean, what is the mindset going into that race for next Tuesday night, sir?
Mate, I honestly don't know. I don't have an expectation there. I have a feeling I might be the first one to the hot dog stand. So we'll see what happens. We'll come away with whatever we can, but it is what it is.
All right. Well, buddy, before I let you go, man, please thank your sponsors. At least you're honest about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, big thanks to Synergy Sim Racing, Works Racing Components, Wave Runner Performance Center, all those guys. They jump on board every year and help us out and allow us to go racing. So, yeah, that's very cool of them. And obviously, a big thank you to all you guys as well. You do a great job in the booth every week and provide a lot of entertainment for a lot of people. I really love sitting back and listening to the one-liners that Wesley comes up with. They make my week. So there we go. But no, obviously, just a big thanks to you guys as well.
Thank you, my friend. And I don't know how the hell I come up with those one-liners at, by the way, 6:00 in the morning, North Carolina, USA time. So be blessed, right? So thank you. We'll see you at Bristol next week. Tom Freer, ladies and gentlemen, and oh boy, that's gonna do it. I'm about to go back to bed. I'm sure everybody's getting ready for bed in Aussie world. And Griffin Gardner winning back-to-back Portland and now at Worldwide Technology Raceway Gateway. One more race of the regular season remains. Round number 11 next week, Bristol. Aaron Dorman, good luck in your truck racing on Thursday. I'll be in the booth as well. But your final take of tonight's race here at Gateway, sir.
Thanks for having me here. I really enjoyed coming back in the booth, just keeping the seat warm for Nigel. He's done a lot to help me out in different things I'm doing this year. So thank you, Nigel, for asking me. It's been an absolute blast and look forward to seeing Bristol next week. I'll be tuning in and probably in the comments.
Well,
So
I'll tell you what, man, we certainly enjoyed it. Thanks again, by the way, to our buddy Nick Burley to the Burley Motor Group. Give me a burl! And boy, give me a burl and find me some covers and tuck me to bed, Mama, because this has been a wild one tonight. No doubt about it. By the way, don't forget competitive finance packages, trade-ins, and most welcome. I told you, Dean, that cars, because of tariffs, it's taken a couple of years to get sent to North Carolina, but that's my car. That's going to be my car. That's it. It's a Lexus. So definitely the insurance is going to be out of the roof. But no, definitely look at the awesome car. Look at the awesome competitive winning things you want. And yeah, I don't think that car is for sale, but man, Griffin Gardner, I think he's going to try to go for a hat trick at Bristol next week. He might be able to pull it off, so you never know. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, don't forget to follow us on social media at Australian NASCAR E-Series on YouTube, Discord, get signed up. Obviously, there are 3 different leagues that you can choose from. We're going to Bristol next week. We're going to Bristol this Sunday as well. Don't forget Sunday night. And the trucks, by the way, I just want to throw that out there. The trucks are in action. I believe it's going to be, what is it, Darlington?
Atlanta. Old Atlanta.
Atlanta. Going to Old Atlanta. That's exactly right. Going to Old Atlanta this Thursday night at, of course, 8 p.m. Australia Standard Time, 6 a.m. USA, North Carolina time, I have to say. And then we're going to, again, Bristol, not only next Tuesday, but also this upcoming Sunday for the Australian NASCAR Championship, so the eNASCAR Series and more. So Going to be a good one, no doubt about it. Hope you enjoyed it. For Jason Holdsworth, Nigel Siddell, everybody with the Australian eNASCAR Championship Series, whether it's the Trucks, Xfinity, or the Sunday program. For Mr. Aaron Dorman filling in for my buddy Nigel Siddell, the Dairyman. For, of course, producer, director, Biggles, Dean Hopton. I am Wesley Outland, your American-Australian announcer. Mates and mateys, it's Griffo. It's Griffin Gardner. He does it again, winning here at Gateway. Until next week in Bristol, baby, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you Thursday for Trucks in Atlanta.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.